everybody, welcome back to the Hobby Lodge. This is a video I wasn't really expecting to do, but I literally just got back from a Facebook Marketplace pickup, so I wanted to show it. It's a lot of games. I think 58 games in total. For those of you who watch the channel, you'll know that I recently built a Windows XP gaming PC. I'll stick a link up there somewhere so you can go and check that out. And then since then I've been picking up PC games from the sort of 1998 to 2008, that sort of 10-year period of the golden era of PC gaming, that you can only get on disc. You know, you can go and get these things on Steam and GOG sometimes, but I'm looking for the original discs. So this came up and they worked out about 50p a game. So 58 games at 50p, you can do the math and pay about £30 for the lot. And there's some really good ones in it. Of course, there's some filler, but those will go to charity again. Probably go to Gaming Grandad and his stroke charity to support those guys, or be given to other people that might be interested in them. So, but this video is going to be just a bit of show and tell, so I'll try and keep it as interesting as I can, but I am going to just try and burn through 58 games as quickly as I can, just to show what I picked up in case people are interested, and I'll talk about them as I go. There's even some sealed ones in there. Ooh, right, let's kick off then. So we've got Brothers in Armed, Earned in Blood. So the Brothers in Armed games, first-person shooter, and Earned in Blood, I believe, is an expansion for it. I can't remember if this is a standalone game or not, but it might require... Actually, no, it looks like it's a standalone game, so that's good. So yeah, Brothers in Arms. Now, I haven't tested any of these, but I have been sort of popping them open and just taking a look. They all seem to be in good nick, so I won't go into every single one of them. This one looks very cool, and this is the thing about PC. If you pick up PC games, there's some huge RPGs on the PC. So this is Spellforce, Order of the Phoenix, I think it says that. Order of the Dawn, sorry, not Order of the Phoenix. That's a Harry Potter reference. But yeah, Spellforce, and if you look on the back, it looks really good. Like some great graphics on there. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera very well, but it looks like a really colourful, sort of enchanting RPG game. Yeah, so we'll definitely check that out. And again, for 50p, I guarantee that game is 30, 40, 50 hours long. So, you know, your cost per hour in gaming is huge. Extremely low, I should mean. Yes, the Town of Light. I've never heard of this game before in my life. But it looks like a bit of a psychological thriller. Scary lady on the back there, and dolls and creepy environments. That could be quite cool. But yeah, Town of Light, never heard of it. But it's going in the collection. Next up, we've got D-Day. There are quite a few war games in here, which actually I'm a big fan of. I like the World War II era of PC gaming as well. Some great ones in there. So this is more of a top-down strategy game. So yeah, D-Day. I'm going to assume all about the D-Day invasions into Normandy. And yeah, you can see from the back there, it is a top-down sort of maybe strategy. A bit like Company of Heroes, that type of thing. Which is another great game you should check out. Now, actually, this game we do know, and my son actually loves playing this game. We have it on Steam, and this is Spore. But this is actually the sort of add-on for it, the expansion pack, Galactic Adventures. So Spore is a game where you take a very sort of, almost an amoeba, I think, and you grow it into an organism and then start adding legs and start doing all sorts of things to it to level up and create a new species. So Spore is an expansion. This is another classic game for those of you that love sort of big world builders, and that is Settlers 3. So there is a bit of glare. I am filming this at night, so I've got a light on front of me, and there's no way around getting with glare, I'm afraid. Now, this one I actually really wanted, so I'm really happy this was in there, because actually becoming a bit of a pricey PC game, and I have the first one, and this is Black and White 2. So I think this could be almost a £10 game, I believe, which that's not an expensive game. Let's get it right. But in PC gaming, that's a fairly expensive game because PC games don't get that expensive. But I'm pretty sure this is a fairly expensive one. So let's do the test. Well, there you go. I got caught out, didn't I? I will contact him to see if he's got it. But look. Whack, whack, oops. There we go. So I was excited about getting that game, and it would be typical that it's the one I want that doesn't have the CD in it. So I guess I could be on the lookout for a CD of Black and White 2. That's put a bit of a downer on it. But hey, that's the thing with picking up things on Facebook. Next up, we've got IGI. Now, this is a game I have played, and I used to have this on PC. I used to own this exact copy, the white label sold out copy of IGI. Again, a first-person shooter, espionage war game. So very good. I'm a bit black and white too. Why wasn't you in the box? Anyway, I will message the guy to see if he has it. Right, Operation Overkill. Never heard of it. But yeah, it's a helicopter flight simulator by the looks of it. Not one I am familiar with whatsoever. And then we've got Nations, World War II Fighter Command. Again, you know, like I said, quite a few war titles in this. Whoever owned this collection was big into that. But again, a World War II fighter pilot game. Interesting. Some of those are really good. Praetorians, which I do actually own this already, so if anyone wants a copy of Praetorians, this can go to them. But think Roman strategy wargaming. Microsoft's Combat Flight Simulator 3. So these are normally actually quite good games, and back in the day, these used to take monsters of PCs to run. In fact, even the modern Microsoft Flight Simulator game takes an absolute beast of a machine to run. So yeah, we'll see how that runs on my sort of high-end XP PC I've built. This is a classic game, available on everything. Driver. There we go. Medieval Total War and the Viking Invasion expansion. Now, don't think I own this one. I think I own the second Medieval Total War, and I certainly don't own the Viking Invasion. So that'll be a really good one. The Total War games are amazing. There's a brand new one coming out very soon. The Warhammer Total War 3 is coming out. We're very looking forward to that. Stronghold Crusader. Again, another big old strategy game. Don't you get really stuck into. And really nice box art on some of these. This is one of those things you'd find in a sort of bin for £1 in any sort of gaming shop. The Murder Mystery Mirrors triple pack. I'm sure these are all very high quality little puzzle games. I'm sure. Ballerberg. Never heard of this game. But yeah, this is Ballerberg. I'm hoping what I'll do probably off the camera on these is I'm going to go through and open every single one of them, and I'm hoping that Black and White 2 shows up. Man, I'm still annoyed by that because literally this pile, there's lots of good stuff in here. That is the one I wanted, and it's not in the blimmin' case. Stupid me, I should have maybe checked, given that was the one I really wanted. Sudden Strike, not one I'm familiar with at all. Another classic that you would find for £1 in WH Smith's or something, but might be interesting. It is Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. Quite a few of these kind of games on the PC where it's they are point and click adventures, I guess, but they weren't in the sort of guise of sort of the Broken Sword games or the Monkey Island games and so on and so forth. Brother in Arms, Road to Hill 30. This is actually a really good game. The Brothers in Arms games are really good. They're a mixture. Well, actually, I mean, they are just first-person shooters. I thought there was a bit of strategy involved as well. I might be wrong. Right, this one I've not heard of. Wanted Guns, Gold, Greed, and Gunfire. Here we go. Not heard of that one at all. Soldiers, Heroes of World War II. I told you there was a lot of war games in here. This one is very much like Company of Heroes. So on the back there, you probably won't be able to see, but it is a top-down sort of strategy. Get your squad through a map and take out the objectives and so on and so forth. Cossacks 2. So another world-building, strategy game, but all set in the Neapolitan Wars. So there we go. Take on Napoleon. Old Boney. Faces of War. Again, it's another Company of Heroes games. There are a lot of Company of Heroes clones out there. So, you know, isometric view, top-down view, getting your forces through, and yeah, they love these games. It's another World War II game. D-Day, the Invasion of Europe. Flight Simulator Combat Fighter. There we go. Oh, look, it's actually an expansion for the Microsoft Combat Simulator. Oh, okay, fair enough. So you take it, put it onto you install your Microsoft Combat Simulator, and then this is your add-on to take it into World War II. This is a brilliant game, and everyone, again, I just talked about the Total War games, to be honest. Rome Total War. This was the one that kind of kicked it off, really. Absolutely great game on the PC. This one looks fantastic. It is a Dungeons and Dragons game, so, you know, in the Hobby Lodge, we love a bit of D&D, and this is called Dragon Shard. So another big old, you know what this is going to be the moment you look at it. It's going to be a big old RPG, hundreds of hours of gameplay, you and your party taking on monsters and all sorts of shenanigans to achieve rescue somebody. London Racer. I do vaguely remember this game. Like, it sounds like it'd be a terrible game, but I actually think it's an okay racer. Racing through the streets of London. Yeah. Do you remember it being all right? This one is a big old box of games, and I'll show you all in a sec. This is called Games Mania. 10 great PC games, which you would think is trash. But actually, some of it is. But actually, some of it isn't. So, and also some of it is sealed. So this one is definitely trash. This is these 5 games I've never heard of. What have you got there? Archangel, Dual Shooter, Hold'em Poker, Legend Luar, and Dragon X Gold Quest. Sound all awful, right? So you're thinking to yourself, that box set is already rubbish. And then it gets slightly worse. There's Moose on the Loose. Right? Okay, so you're going, yeah, okay, this can definitely go in the bin. And then they throw Sonic R at you. Right? So there's Sonic, and it's sealed, by the way, so it's probably worth like £10,000 straight away. And then they throw Virtual Fighter at you, which I can guarantee on the PC will actually be pretty good, because you'll be able to crank up the old settings and stuff like that to get some really nice textures on there. And that's, by the way, that's sealed as well, so that's probably another £10,000 without a doubt. You know, so 2 games, both sealed. I'll get them Water or something, whatever the hell it is. And then we've got Sega Worldwide Soccer for the PC. So, yeah. And it's also sealed, so that's another 10. So we're up to 30 grand at the moment. And then they've got this. This is one of my favourite games of all time. And now I have it on the PC, and I actually can't wait to see what this looks like compared to the Sega Saturn and the arcade. But this is Sega Rally Championship on the PC, and it looks like Sega Rally Championship. And if this plays like Sega Rally Championship, I'll be really blimmin' happy. And it's sealed, so I know it's in there. So that's probably another 10 grand, right? So those 4 games from Sega, all sealed. I mean, 40,000 easy, probably, right? I'm still pissed about the black and white. But that's made, you know, Sega Rally has made up for a little bit. Right, next one. Let's keep on trucking. We've got 101 First Airborne in Normandy. Another Normandy game. Someone had a massive hot for World War II. Right, Medieval Total War 2. I definitely have this. This is actually the only one I've got that's in like an original case. The other one I think's in like a budget type case. So actually, technically, an upgrade. Although missing a CD, and you kind of tell that when you open it up. It's got disc 2, see, and underneath there is no disc 1. So annoying. I'm not as annoyed because it's a game I already own and I'm that fussed. Let's not talk about black and white. Far West, this is a Wild West top down. Someone like their top down games as well. Sort of world builder, strategy game, but in the Wild West. That might be interesting. That's a different setting. This game we do actually own. This is the expansion to the Dawn of War, and it's the Winter Assault. I actually have this already. Next up, we have, oh man, take a breather. I might have a little drink, excuse me. Otherwise, this throat's gonna get dry. Thanks, Black. Patrician 2. So, a strategy game in the Age of Sail is the best I'm going to say about that. Age of Empires 3. Did we not have? Was that Civilization 3? We had. But Age of Empires 3, another great game, strategy game. Really, I mean, some of these games are hours and hours and hours, just hours. Soldier Heroes of World War II. I definitely feel like I've said that name. It's a different box. Maybe it is a different game. But there we go. Soldiers. Heroes of World War II. Right. The next one is a really good game. And I don't know if anyone knows this game is a good game. But Full Spectrum Warrior on the PC. I don't know if this came out on another game on other consoles or anything like that, but Full Spectrum Warrior is actually a really good game. There is some footage on the back, but you can't really tell. But it is Full Spectrum Warrior is a good game to play. Right, next up we've got Hidden and Dangerous 2. The Hidden and Dangerous series of games is another good World War game. I'm pretty sure this is another sort of first-person shooter perspective. But yeah, Hidden and Dangerous is a good game. This one, Sudden Strike, but this looks to be like an add-on pack for Sudden Strike. I don't think I own, so I will check. But yeah, it's just that one. Now this one for Nerdy Geezer. Nerdy Geezer, if you're listening and watching Star Wars games, does this count as a Star Wars game? This is the question. You're going for a full set of all released Star Wars games ever made. Do you want this one? Angry Birds Star Wars. Does that count as a Star Wars game? It's got Star Wars in the title, my friend. Does that mean you've got to collect it? If you have, don't, because I'll give it to you. But yeah, so there we go. Star Wars Angry Birds. If you want it, your collection, you may have it. This one's interesting. This one is probably... I wonder if this is still a cheap game or not, but this is Terry Pratchett, Discworld. So this is a point-and-click adventure in the awesome Terry Pratchett's Discworld world. Amazing characters, amazing art. Look at the artwork on the front of that. That is, hopefully I can get that in. Yeah, Terry Pratchett's latest adventure, Discworld Noir. Another flight simulator here, Flight Unlimited 2. Not much to say. The Black Hawk Down series, so Delta Force, Black Horse Down, and Black Hawk, Black Hawk Down, Team Saber, the original game and the expansion Team Saber. Again, another World War. Actually, this is not World War. This is modern day. This is modern warfare. First-person shooter. I'm assuming off of the real-life events and the movie. The Mystery of Mean Manor. This is one of those kind of hidden objects games that you see all over the place. Another one here by the looks of it. Oh no, this is a proper adventure game. I don't remember if I actually have played this. This is the sort of game my dad would play all the time. Was kind of like these adventure games, especially anything to do with Sherlock Holmes or anything like that. But this is just called Jack the Ripper Letters from Hell. So it's a investigation game, point and click adventure almost, puzzle solving, a bit like The Seventh Guest and all those kind of games. Right, this is just going to upset me. It's too soon, man. It's too soon. But there's black and white. There's the first one. The disc is bloody in there. But I don't want the first one. I own the first one. I want the frickin' second one. Too soon, man. Don't bring it up. No one in the comments mentioned black and white too. It's too soon. Power Surge. Just a sort of Indy 500 or drag racing game by the looks of it. Yeah. This one looks very nice. Sometimes I am just a sucker for covers. It's good to see that both discs are in there, even if... Let me just fix this a sec, because the disc holders fell apart. But this is Ether Lords on the PC. Lovely looking cover. And again, exactly what you'd expect. This one's a bit more first person, so think sort of like Elder Scrolls type game. So Ether Lords. It's got a big old book with it and a double disc. And for some reason, doesn't want to close. But there we go. Next up, this is one, I don't think I've played this one, but the Broken Sword games on the PC, very famous. I don't know if they came out on other machines as well. They might. Actually, I think they did. Broken Sword games. I don't think I ever actually played this one. This is one of the later ones. This is Broken Sword of the Sleeping Dragon. So these are your classic point-and-click adventures, Broken Sword games. I actually own... Oh, there we go. I wonder if it's actually here. Do I own... Yeah, I do. Okay, so I own this. Just happened to be to my left there, which is the Broken Sword Trilogy. And I can see it down there. It is actually in the Trilogy. So I now own it separately as well, but it probably means I will move it on. Anyone out there wants that? Hidden and Dangerous 2 Saber Squadrons. This looks like an expansion. Yes, the official mission pack. So we saw Hidden and Dangerous earlier, and this is a lovely mission pack to go with it. So it's a good expansion. We're nearly there, guys. Praetorians. It's another copy of that. I've definitely seen us talk about Praetorians earlier. Caesar 3. Pretty sure we saw that earlier as well. But Caesar 3. Or at least I'm seeing a lot of strategy games with 3 at the end. And then the last, but not very exciting, is Air Offense, The Art of Flying. Never heard of it. It looks like absolute bin filler. Right. So that was it. We made it through all 58 games. If you got it this far, you did very, very well. Thank you. That. I am going to be checking every single one of those boxes for Black and White 2. Oh man, Black and White. No. I will message the guy as well just to see if it's laying about somewhere. Otherwise, there's a bunch of good stuff in there, and there's some stuff that absolutely I'm happy to give away, donate it to a Gaming Grandad and his charity, or if not that, then I'll potentially give it to Sega Zombie and his Retro Realm store. But yes, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. So it's a bit of an impromptu video just because I've made the pickup. So if you got this far, I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, give us a like. Take the piss out of me for not having Black and White 2 at the in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you fancy it. Otherwise, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.